Thomas, and I will be doing a persuasive speech on drug testing for welfare recipients. As of July 1st, 2011, welfare recipients in Florida will be required to have a drug screening before they receive their benefits. The final bill, HB 353, signed by Governor Rick Scott, forces all people who receive welfare cash, called temporary assistance for needy families, to pass a drug test in order to be eligible for their funds. If a prospective recipient fails the test the first time, they will lose their benefits for a year. If they pass the second time, they will lose their benefits for 3 years. The new testing requirement also requires that the recipients pay for their drug screening. If they pass their drug test, they will be reimbursed the amount paid for the drug test through their benefits. This new testing is expected to affect about 58,000 people. There are about 650,000 cases of welfare in Florida, and although 58,000 isn't a huge percentage, I still think it is a good thing to find people abusing the welfare program. Also, in the beginning, I was a little iffy of whether I was for this bill, only because of the children. But if a parent or guardian fails a drug screening, they can designate another person to accept the benefits on the children's behalf. Children shouldn't suffer for their parents' or guardians' decisions. I am for this bill because I have read so many articles and seen so many news stories in the past that show how many people take advantage of the welfare system. Drug use is a big problem all over, and I think that doing this is a step in the right direction. There are many people that are really out there using it for the good and to help their families. I personally know of a lady at my daughter's school that receives cash assistance, but she's working really hard to find a full-time job. In the meanwhile, she's found a part-time job, but she is still looking for a full-time job because she doesn't want to have to be on welfare longer than necessary, like some of the people that are abusing it. Some people and state representatives like Corinne Brown think that this new bill is unconstitutional and an invasion of privacy. But I am all for it. I think that this is sort of an unspoken issue. Obviously, our governor thought it was an issue, and I'm glad that he has taken the steps to fix it. 58,000 people is no small number. People buying drugs using their cash assistance just isn't right. That's not what our taxpayer money is for. The assistance is for helping people get back on their feet and not for drugs. You can receive temporary cash assistance for up to 48 months, and it doesn't have to be consecutive. During that time, you're supposed to be looking for a job and filling out the necessary papers to show that you're looking for a job. This, according to Governor Scott, is a big issue. The statement that Corinne Brown made that this bill is unconstitutional is ridiculous. People have to take drug tests to receive a job all the time, and that isn't unconstitutional. Employers want to make sure that they are hiring quality employees. And the state wants to make sure that the people on welfare are going to use the cash assistance correctly and not illegally. She also stated that this bill was an invasion of privacy. That, too, is a ridiculous statement to me. If we know that drug use is a problem and people with cash assistance are using it to buy drugs, then to me it's not an invasion of privacy. It is one of the many solutions to the problem. In reading other articles, people think that this is also a conflict of interest because of the stake that Governor Rick Scott has in a company called Solantic. The Lancet is a chain of urgent care facilities that Governor Rick Scott founded in 2001, and later in 2011 transferred his share to his wife, Ann Scott. People think that this is a conflict of interest because one of the things that the Lancet offers is drug testing, and he could potentially earn money from this. Even after reading this, I see that there is a conflict of interest, but I still think that the taxpayers need to know that their money is being spent well and being used to actually help people. In the end, I don't think that the bill is unconstitutional or an invasion of privacy. I think that this is going to help weed out the people that are not using their benefits for the right thing. If you aren't using drugs, then you shouldn't have a problem. If you really need the assistance, I would really look at it as an investment because you're going to gain more from the benefits in the end.